Speakers have been with us in various forms and functions. Among those, there are speakers with voice assistants, and we call them the smart speakers. We use these smart speakers by simply talking to them. Once you command the speaker using your voice, it performs the tasks given. But if you don't call the speaker, it stays a little bit silent. In fact, smart speakers have words they want to share with their users. The more the speaker learns about the user, the better it can give suitable information to them. However, speakers should not start speaking without a wake-up word. Due to psychological and situational reasons, people do not prefer the speakers talking before a wake-up word. This is why we need a method to start a conversation gently. Here we propose an interface design that gently begins a conversation using LEDs. The speaker's desire to speak is expressed through LED lights. When the user asks, the speaker then begins the conversation. If a user is not available to get the information from the speaker at the moment, the information becomes a dot and is saved on a stack. These dots will circle around while waiting for the user. The speaker carefully selects the conversation that its user might like based on various Naver services. These conversations are categorized into 3 types: purple, green, and blue. The blue appears when the speaker wants to ask everyday questions. These questions are used to better understand the user for more natural conversations. The green is for user interest conversations. The speaker analyzes the user's preference to tell you the news or stories that you might want to hear. The purple contains the calendar-related conversation. It is to remind a user's important schedules. These dots will be continuously generated and can be stacked up to 8. From here, we introduce our design, Naver Clova Orbit. A new user goes through an initial chatting period with Orbit to let it know his or her basic information and interests. Orbit starts a conversation based on the collected chat so that the user is naturally attracted to the conversation. Orbit understands changing user interests over time and adjusts the amount of information it gives to the user appropriately. Your activities occurring around Orbit will be collected using microphones and motion sensors. Users can receive a better timed, appropriate information according to his or her condition. Also, Orbit understands your daily life using your smartphone's GPS and calendar information. The collected lifestyle data is accumulated into big data. Orbit's understanding of the lifestyle pattern lets the users receive proper information at the proper timing. When at a distance, the inner slant on the top of Orbit prevents interfering users with the stored information stack. When users approach to check the stack, they get to see it then. The user can freely approach the piled conversation using various commands of different specificity. Users can sort certain information or erase them all. Users can also receive the right amount of information. Orbit will control the frequency of starting the conversation according to the user's response rate. Using LEDs and the LED stack, based on multiple Naver services and user pattern and preference analysis. Now the smart speakers don't have to hold back with their words. Naver Clova Orbit stacks information for you and happily awaits until you can afford it. Understanding which information to select, when to give it, and how to not disturb you when doing so. We would say that this speaker is actually smart.